Hello and welcome to the introductory video for Virtual Job Fair version 5.0. My name is Rogelio Alonso, and for the Spring 2015, I was the sole Scrum Master, developer, and system tester. I would like to acknowledge previous version members such as Justin Cora, Diego Perez, Andres Gonzalez, Emmanuel Corbo, and Tomer Doar for version 1.0. For version 2.0, Luis Irizarry, Luis Benjumea, Jorge Fernandez. For version 3.0, Ana Hernandez, Manuel Boza, Enio Peña Navarro, and Tomás Acosta. For version 4.0, Eric Arenas and Artyom Turin. My mentor and product owner was Juan Caraballo, and my instructor and also product owner was Masoud Sayadi. The Virtual Job Fair is a system designed for students and potential employers. It provides the students with the visibility of thousands of job postings from 6 different APIs such as Career Path from FIU, Monster, Career Builder, GitHub, Stack Overflow, and Indeed Jobs. At the same time, it offers employers the opportunity to post job opportunities and tap local talent at Florida International University. The goal of this project is to create a solution for employers that are unable to tap local talent at universities or job fairs due to geographical barriers. Also, employers don't have the logistic or economical capabilities to seek for talent in multiple locations at the same time. It serves as a solution to students who are new to the job market before and after graduations. Students usually don't have the time or resources to meet potential employers in person, and serves as a tool for students' inability to showcase special skills, experience, and talents via email. Furthermore, allows students and employers to connect in real time. The virtual job fair is aimed toward computer science students, while it can benefit any student currently looking for a job. Also, the system lacks a way to connect a newly registered employer account waiting for revision and activation. The registration flow for the employer user ends due to the need of an admin monitoring new accounts and granting access to it. The current system does not allow visitors, either for employers or students. Therefore, an account must be created at all cases. Moreover, the current system only provides a way to upload PDF and video resumes, but does not allow to replace them or update them. The system search for job is not 100% accurate because the system Boolean search results include unwanted keywords and is unable to combine different types of search criteria. The virtual job fair also needs a way to match job types with skills. For example, if you're searching for a web developer, the system should display results for the skills that match a web developer profile. For version 4, job posting is limited to registered employers only, and there is no way to create another admin account than the currently existing one. The system provides limited admin API management, limited interview functionalities, limited documented collaboration, and the inability to share images from students and employer between an interview. There's no drawing feature, although we have the framework to do it. The reminder system also needs attention, and students and employers are not reminded of important deadlines. Users are not allowed to delete their accounts, and the system does not count with a regression testing script as of version 4.0. The video interview and collaboration tools are not working properly. This is the Gantt chart used for the Spring 2015. We use an agile methodology, and it was broken down into sprints. Every sprint had a planning phase, a design phase, an implementation, integration, and testing. And afterwards, we had a review session with our product owner. In this term, we added the following user stories. Enable guest employer student account, which is a way for student and employer to access the system as a guest, and furthermore they will have limited functionalities within the system. Test the student employer actors user stories is an automated test script that tests all the student features that are related to the employer and all the student features that just belong to the student, and also serves as a regression test script in order to test future functionalities added to the system to see if they conflict with previous ones. We'll also introduce the replace PDF and video resume user story. Before, the existing functionality only allowed for the user to upload a resume and a video resume. We did a feasibility study for search engines. Me and the product owner decided that Solr was the right choice, so I set up the Solr search server and I made the configuration in order to index data from your database. In this term, I also work on multiple stability fixes. In the student search and advanced search, the system experienced PHP warning and inconsistency. For the change password functionality, the user was able to leave a blank password and then it will get logged out of the system while trying to use the blank password again. The system was not properly uploading the PDF and video resume. The video resume max size for the production and development environment was raised to 80 megabytes. The student registration fields were not validated in the client side, and I did so with regular expression. The admin user was not able to delete all the students and employer accounts. The messages were linked together, such as that if the sender would delete the message, the receiver messages were deleted as well. Finally, I worked on the Stack Overflow and Indeed API. They both were not returning all the jobs available, and Indeed security and credentials were not updated in the development environment. Here are some use cases created for this version. The view PDF resume and the view video resume were functionalities that were existent in the system, but they were not documented. The replace PDF and replace video resume, there are new functionalities added to the system. This is a use case for replace video resume. It starts with a description, then it's linked to a user story developed in Mingle. Then we show the actor, which is a student. The precondition is that the actor is logged in and the actor is in the profile page. And then the actor has a resume uploaded to the system already. Then the steps. The use case begins when the actor clicks on the update resume button. The system displays a window to select which file does the actor wants to upload to the system. The system stores the resume video and the system displays that the video was uploaded successfully. The post condition is that the actor update his or her video resume file. The alternative step is that the file cannot be uploaded or the path inserted in the database was not correct. The system displays the uploader had an error. The exceptions are invalid file format, invalid file extension, or no file selected. Since I introduced two new actors to the system, the following use cases were also modified: the view student profile, the post job, the search students, advanced employer search, student search, and job search. This is because now the guest student can search for jobs and view the student profile, which is a mock profile. And the guest employer can post jobs, search for students, and do an advanced employer search. This is a use case diagram showing the student guest and the employer guest new functionalities. And also it shows the student and the employer new functionalities. This is a sequence diagram demonstrating the replace video resume. It starts when the user clicks update resume button, then a new window pops up and it's prompt to select the file, then click open. The system will validate the video resume, then it would send it to the controller will validate on the backend side. It would save the file, it would update the model, which is the path to the video file for the user, and then we would render the result back to the view. The system follows a three-tier architecture implemented by the G framework, which is a PHP component-based framework. It all starts with an HTTP request from the browser. The router would then redirect the request to an action on a certain controller. Based on the HTTP request, the controller will either call the model or invoke a view that will later on be rendered as an HTML to the browser. The system backend is decomposed into several subsystems: screen share, whiteboard, and video interview. They all work interconnected when a video interview is taking place. The screen share will allow you to share the screen. The whiteboard will allow you to collaborate by writing on a whiteboard, sharing pictures, and sharing documents. And the video interview will allow to view and communicate with your employer and the employer with the employee. The notification subsystem handles the internal notifications, and the automated notification subsystem handles external notifications such as emails and notifications to students based on their preferences in their profiles. The SMS subsystem sends communication via SMS. The student profile is the one that handles everything related to the student profile. The merge account subsystem is to merge different accounts into one based on the email address or their keys for the LinkedIn, Google ID, and FIU credentials. The linking account is the one that imports all your profile from LinkedIn. Student job match is a base match algorithm to match students based on skills to different job postings. The search subsystem is the one to perform the search, and the API is the one that handles the 6 currently used APIs. The system can be deployed with the minimum hardware requirements: Pentium 4 of 2GB processor or better, 1GB of RAM, 5GB of hard drive. The software requirement for this project to work is Google Chrome, the latest version, Mozilla Firefox, the latest version, Star UML for your UML diagram, Microsoft Office for your documentation, PHP Storm or NetBeans IDE for development, the gframe which already is in your Git repo, your PHP MyAdmin, which is the web interface for your MySQL database, PuTTY or other SSH client to connect to your development or production environment, WAMP or XAMPP just to set up your local environment with a application server and a web server, Solar Server 5.1 that is already on your Git repository, Selenium IDE plugin 2.0 for either Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. This is to run your automated tests. The persistent data remained the same as Virtual Job Fair version 4.0. There were 2 new insertions on the job table and on the message table. On the message table, we added the sender deleted field, which will indicate if the sender of the email had deleted it in order to completely delete the message or display it to the appropriate user without deleting it. The job table, we added a poster email. This is in case a guest employer wanted to add a job posting, we would know that it belongs to him based on his email. Upon registration into the system, password enter will be hashed right away and will not be saved anywhere on the system. Upon login, the password entered again will be hashed, and then hashed data will be used to query the database. Administrators will be able to disable user and delete jobs. The gframe will provide access control with respect to any controller being used. This access control will reject a subset of users not logged in, or students or employer, for performing certain actions. The gframe will take measures against common web exploitation such as cross-site scripting and MySQL injection. The registration process is not simple as most sites, especially for employers. Administrators will have to verify employers after they register to ensure they're actual employers. Students and employers are distinct user types and therefore have distinct permissions. In this class diagram for the profile subsystem, I include all the changes made on the views, controller, and model, such as new functions for validation and new actions for student registration and employer registration. This is a state machine diagram for the replace resume use case. Start when the system is idle and it receives a resume, then the resume is verified, then it's moved to another state where it tests if the resume is valid. Then if it's not, it will go back to idle, showing a message of course, and if not, then it will jump into the other profile actions such as display resume or change something else in their profile, and then the resume replacement is being completed. The algorithm we use for replaced resume use cases start with doing some JavaScript file verification on the client side. Then we upload the file and we do some PHP validation on the backend. Then if it passes the validation, then we delete the previous resume, if any, and then we change the video file name to match the student username, and then we update the model, which is the path to the user video file. Here's a sunny day and a rainy day test case. They were both included in the student test suite script that can be used for regression testing. I also created some additional test cases for the student registration, the student login, since you have 5 or 6 different ways to log in into the system. I added more test cases for that. The employer login, the student change password, student recovery password, student save query, student activate or deactivate a saved query, the student upload PDF resume, the student upload picture, the student profile, the student upload video as well, student job search, student employer view, receive and reply messages, student disable looking for job or receive job notification or SMS verification and rate notification. This is a screenshot of Selenium IDE running the automated test suite for the student. And finally, let me show a brief demo of what Virtual Job Fair is capable to do. Students have different ways to register or access the Virtual Job Fair. They could use their Google or LinkedIn account, a FIU Panther email, FIU Computer Science login, or they could just register by creating a local account. After version 5.0, they could just use the guest student login to take a quick look at what the system is. So let's go ahead and use our LinkedIn account. This is the student homepage and contains potential matching job based on the student profile and statistics for most wanted skills based on job postings. There's also a video interview, a matching job, message, and miscellaneous section. The video interview will display a link to a video interview with a potential employer on a mutual agreed virtual interview date. The matching job section will display job postings that have been a match with the student's skills. Miscellaneous displays information, messages to the user such as new job postings, created or new employers or students registered with the system. Since we authenticated with LinkedIn, Virtual Job Fair has the functionality to construct your profile, skills, education, and work history from your LinkedIn account. From the job page, you can search for jobs internally in our database, or you can go to our APIs and search for jobs from Monster, GitHub, Stack Overflow, Career Builder, Indeed, or Career Services. From the message page, you can see your inbox messages and you can communicate with potential employers. In our SMS page, after validation of your phone number, you can send SMS messages. Finally, you have your profile, you can merge accounts, you can change your password. Now let's log in as an employer. The first thing you see is your homepage, where all your job posts are listed. You can create a new job post by clicking on the Post New Job button, and you can select the job type, the title, description, and the deadline for the job. You can add skills that you think it will best match for this position. After you submit, your new job is posted. You can search for students by skill on the search bar provided on the navigation bar, or you can go to Advanced Student Search and search for students based on skills, locations, that went to a certain school, has a major, their graduation date, experience, and what position they have worked on. You can see your profile and you can change your password. After validating your phone number, you can also send SMS to students. Thank you very much for watching this video.